The following podcast is brought to you by the New World Order. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Music and Moon Salts. I am your host, Chris Bordine, and it's the first edition of the Wrestling Wayback Machine for 2022. And today we are going to be we're going to watch along the Eddie Guerrero vs. Syxx ladder match for the United States title from NWO Sold Out 1997. So, fire up your Peacock or WWE Network if you're outside of these United States and find they have it listed as WCW Sold Out, but technically it's NWO Sold Out. But whatever. It's the very first one, and you're going to go to 152.31 as your timestamp, and so I'll give you some time to get there, and we'll watch this match together. It's a good match on an otherwise not very good pay-per-view. There are some cool things about the pay-per-view. The stage, I really love the stage, and I love the lights above the stage that they use to spell things out, like NWO or Syxx, as we'll see here. I like some of the different camera stuff. Like they have this like fisheye lens camera that they use for certain shots outside of the ring, and that really like that. Big fan of that. Other than that, this pay-per-view is not very good. It's one of the worst pay-per-views ever. The only saving grace is this match that we're gonna watch. So, we're in January 25th of 1997. We are in the height of NWO mania, and we're gonna watch this match here for the United States title. So I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, and then play. And when I say play, you press play. So, are you ready? Ready or not? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. There's a shot of the crowd, and here comes Eddie Guerrero. Loser. I did find that kind of funny how they had the voice of the NWO, which I believe was Neil Pruitt, say things like, you know, calling people loser and stuff like that over the loudspeaker. That was kind of funny. And now here comes Syxx. He'll be on his way. He's the current United States champion. We've got all these girls in biker gear because they're going to do a Miss NWO contest after this match, between this match and the main event. They're in, like, Iowa in January. Like, who's riding motorcycles in Iowa in January? There he is. There's Syxx. He is the ultimate swinger. All right. Yeah, I love all the video screens. I love the steps with the lights on them. Yeah, I just really like the stage setup. It's a shame that the pay-per-view itself wasn't better. But he's climbing the ladder before the match even starts out in the hallway, in the aisleway. Syxx, he's kind of got, you know, it's kind of reminiscent of his 1-2-3 Kid gear here. Obviously, there's no 1-2-3 on it, but with the lightning bolts and stuff on the sides. And you could see he's kind of like trying to grow out the rest of the hair so he doesn't have a mullet, but it's still not quite X-Pac hair. We'll go with that. goatee looks good. And this Eddie, I can't remember. So he had, this white, with the singlet top, the white with the red, and then he had a black and red. And I had one of them. I want to say it was the black red. It was an action figure by when Jakks Pacific was doing the WWE action figures, and they had the classic superstars lineup. I had that Eddie Guerrero action figure. There's the heel referee Nick Patrick with an earring. The NWO referee. He's worked every match because this is an NWO pay-per-view, so gotta have an NWO referee for all these matches. But anyways, yes, I had this Eddie Guerrero action figure with that style gear. I'm pretty sure it was the black and red though, not the white and red. Sad story. I had all these. I collected those for a while because they were really cool. Had a lot of them. And we were moving as Eddie jumps Syxx to get the match started. So I had a bunch of these action figures, right? And when my wife at the time, now my ex-wife, we moved. We had to move out of the house we were living in and move to an apartment, and the apartment was tiny. And there was no room for all my stuff. So I gave all my wrestling figures to her nephew, thinking, he'll play with them. He was little, but I was like, he'll play for. There's kind of a missed spot there that they're gonna come back to. Looked like he was going for Syxx was going for like a tilt-a-whirl, and it looked like it got botched. But here we go, back at it, and Eddie turns it into a head scissors, and then hits a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker of his own. So that was a good spot. Anyways, my ex-wife's nephew, I really liked the kid, so I was like, all right, you I'll give these to you for now. You can play with him, and then I'll get him back eventually. And then my ex-wife and I split up, and I never saw those action figures again. So that's kind of a bummer. But and there's the Fish Islands camera I was talking about. This is like a really cool effect on the camera here on the apron. I really liked it. That mullet on Eddie Guerrero is fantastic, by the way. And kick in the corner. Syxx is on the second rope. Now Eddie's climbing up. Gonna try for a Hurricane Rana, maybe. Syxx pushes him off, and then a spinning heel kick off the second rope. That's a great move. I like that a lot. And these are probably, when you think about like this current generation of wrestlers, this is probably two of the most influential of this generation here that we're watching. Obviously Eddie Guerrero, with the amount of people that do frog splashes and stuff like that, like there's no you can't put into words how much Eddie means to a lot of wrestlers today. But even, Syxx, you talk to a lot of guys. I think, Sami Zayn specifically, I think I've heard talk about him, how much of an influence he is. And there's the Bronco Buster. Good old Bronco Buster from Syxx. Yeah, and now there's talk, they kind of, it's been put out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Mr. Waltman, X-Pac, show up in the Royal Rumble this year. So that could be fun, right? I think so. Up and over. Nice drop kick by Eddie. Back to the outside. And one of the negatives about this pay-per-view is the commentary. A lot of people don't like, WWF tried it, I think in like '94 with DiBiase on commentary, and it didn't really work out. And he's not great here either. And while Bischoff got in the business, Eric Bischoff got in the business. Oh, suplex to the outside. That's oof. Bischoff got into the business as a commentator, but I don't think that's his strong suit at all. He's decent, but he's I would have much obviously because it's an NWO pay per view. Like I get it, but I probably would have much rather had Shivani on the call on this. So somersault plancha by Syxx over the top rope. Nick Patrick checking on Syxx. Come on, man. Syxx is on his way to the ladder. Syxx has got the ladder. One ladder used in this match, as opposed to the ladder matches you see, after this that would feature multiple ladders and all kinds of stuff. Syxx is really selling the way to the ladder, too. And now sandwiches Eddie in between the ring and the ladder. Ouch. Is right, Eric. And I did like this. DiBiase is mentioning on commentary that Scott Hall is kind of tutored Syxx on how to work a ladder match. Kind of making reference to the ladder matches that Syxx had with or Scott Hall as Razor Ramon had with Shawn Michaels in the WWF. So loser. We got the ladder standing on the apron, Syxx on the inside of the ring. Eddie climbs up. They're fighting for the ladder. Seesaw right under the chin of Syxx. Just a fantastic mullet on Eddie. Haven't mentioned that yet. This isn't even his mullet's final form. It would get, when he turns heel later this year, he kind of gets straightened out and gets really greasy and stuff, and that's when it's in its highest form. But still, right here, it's pretty glorious. He's got the ladder set up in the corner, and we're gonna try and after a couple chops, maybe Irish whip Syxx into the corner, into the ladder, see how that works out for Mr. Guerrero. And reversal. See, in the background, you can see those lights above the stage that say Syxx. I dig that a lot. That's really cool. It's weird, though, that they got the action going on all the smaller screens on the ground, but not the big screens. That seems kind of weird. Crowd chanting for Eddie. Which is one of the few times on this pay-per-view that the commentary acknowledges that the crowd is chanting for a non-NWO member. A lot of times they're lying and saying, the match before this I watched, it was the Steiners versus the Outsiders. And every time the Steiners would do something, the crowd would pop, but the commentary would be like, this crowd can't believe, stomach first on the ladder. This crowd can't believe the Steiners would do something that low or something like that. So, but they're actually acknowledging the crowd chanting for Eddie in this match, so. And the Bischoff giving Scott Hall all the credit for inventing ladder matches. Not sure that's accurate, but Suplex. I like a good vertical suplex. Syxx goes to the ladder. It's set up in the corner. He's climbing up one side. Eddie's climbing up the other. Syxx punches him. Punches him in the yam bag through the rungs of the ladder. Shoves him off. He gets down and folds up the ladder. So we're going to try a call back to that Razor Shawn ladder match where he's going to get on the top rope and maybe try and ride the ladder down on top of Eddie Guerrero. But Eddie's going to recovers and drop kick right in the face. Good. And Eddie did a great job of getting away of the ladder as it fell back down, too. It's really good. Going for a superplex now. Okay. Eddie getting up now. We're going to try and set up this ladder. Both men climbing the ladder. See who gets up there. Syxx with some punches. That belt is way up there, man. It's way up there. Oh my gosh. So Syxx was on like the second to top rung. And then jumped off. And mind you, Eddie's on, like, he's not on the ground. Eddie's on the other side of the ladder. And he jumps off and does a drop kick. Like, that's a crazy spot. I don't think that's awesome. I've really come to appreciate Sean Waltman more in the last few years. I always knew he was good, and I was like, okay, yeah, he's fine, but I've really come to appreciate his work the last few years. So both men are climbing the ladder again. See who gets the advantage this time. Trading some punches. Oh. Syxx punched Eddie. Eddie falls off the ladder and gets hung up on the top rope, but then rebounds, backs into the ladder, knocking the ladder over. Both men are down. Nick Patrick checking on Syxx. Crowd coming alive for Eddie. Oh. Is Eddie going to climb the ladder? He's going to try. He's climbing. Syxx still on the ground. Looks like he's going to the other side. Nope, comes back and grabs the ankle of Eddie to prevent him from climbing any further. But Eddie kicks him off with a mule kick. Comes back down. Is all right. You're obviously not going to stay down. So, I love Eddie's uppercuts, man. Very underrated aspect of Eddie Guerrero's game is his European uppercuts. Now he's climbing. Syxx crawls to the other side of the ladder. He's climbing too. Do this one for Alice in Chains, Syxx. And both guys have a hold of the belt. We're tug of war. Oh no. Who's going to get it? Oh, Eddie clocks Syxx with the belt. It falls. Eddie climbs down and picks it up. Eddie is your new United States champion. I like that finish. I like that finish a lot. I really like this ladder match. It's an underrated ladder match. Not a lot of people talk about this ladder match. It might be the last ladder match in mainstream wrestling before, because later this year in '99 in October is the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian ladder match at No Mercy, and after that, man, or not this year. Sorry, in 2 years. This is '97. Sorry, it's been a long day. But anyways, still. It's one of the last ones before things get guano crazy when ladder matches are concerned. So, Eddie runs through the crowd with the title. There's members of the WCW roster in the crowd. Brian Knobbs of the Nasty Boys and Arn Anderson. I like seeing what football jerseys are in the crowd too. There's a Troy Aikman. There's a Drew Bledsoe Patriots jersey. A Jerry Rice. It probably was championship weekend. Now I think about it, it probably was AFC NFC championship weekend. So that could explain it. All right. There you go, guys. Thank you for joining me on another watch along. Haven't decided what match I'm covering next month yet. So if you got a suggestion, match from February in a year that ends with a 7 or a 2, let me know. I'm open for suggestions. Send those over to me on Twitter at IbanezChris. Please leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. It would be greatly appreciated. I want to really make 2022 an awesome year here on the channel. So, yeah, let's you guys can help with that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and give the people what they want. So, all right, guys, until next time, see ya.